with your PC, and you will have a problem with your PC. It's kind of like your car, right? You're going to have a flat tire. You're going to have a crash. You're going to have an engine have a problem. There's going to be a problem that you're going to have to deal with. Well, it's the same thing with your PC. You're going to have a problem one day. It's going to crash. Part's going to burn out. You're going to have to fix it, or it's going to have to be replaced. So I have heard from some people who have said, I don't want to log in to my Windows 11 machine with my Microsoft account. And I get that. They don't want to have a Microsoft account in order to have a car. A car you have insurance on. You get in a wreck, it helps you with things, getting things back together and putting things back together, getting you through the hospital and getting your car put back together. Think of logging in with your Microsoft account as your insurance. Because what happens when you log in with a Microsoft account is that the Windows 11 machine backs to the account that you have in the cloud with Microsoft at that point. It registers the PC. That's the first thing. And then because you have OneDrive, it backs up all of your files and your settings and your apps. And now, it's not perfect. It doesn't back up all of your settings or all of your apps, but it does do the vast majority of them, certainly all of the Microsoft apps that you have on your computer. And it certainly does back up the files that you have in OneDrive. So that's in the cloud. So let's flash forward to when your computer dies. Your computer dies, you need to replace it. You get another computer with Windows 11 put on it, or you have a computer that you've reinstalled Windows 11 on, as I did with this laptop. So what you do is that you take your computer and you boot it up with a USB from the Microsoft download installation site, and I'm going to link to that in this video. You can download a tool that will create a Windows 11 installation media on a USB drive. Now, that USB drive has to be more than 8 gigs in size, which is about $5 these days. You can get a 16 gig drive for pretty cheap. A USB drive is what you need, bigger than 8 gigs. When you create this tool, when you use this tool to create the installation media, you can then plug that in and boot up off the USB drive and reinstall Windows. Now, anyone that's installed Windows before knows that it comes to a point where it asks you for a key. And if you're like me, I've had my laptop on my lap, sizable lap, and it's been rubbing back and forth, and all of the key has rubbed off, right? So I don't have a key. So I was concerned, well, what happens then? I don't have a key. So you say, I don't have a key. And so what happens is you log in with your Microsoft account, and because because you logged in on this computer to your Microsoft account before, it then attaches that key to your new computer. So you now don't have to worry about the key on the back of the computer. You don't have to worry about writing the key down because that key is maintained on your Microsoft account. So that's a big thing for most people. We do not have the issue of having to keep up with that Windows key, bring that Windows key back, find it from our file store and apply it to our computer. A lot of people may not know that much about this. And this is more towards them. To the people who don't know how to restore Windows or why you would need a Microsoft account. The other thing is when you go to set your computer up, you've logged in with your Microsoft account. So the next thing that happens is that your Microsoft account then prompts you for, do you want to restore to this computer? If you've reinstalled the operating system from scratch on your computer, or if you've got a new computer, it's going to be the same way, right? It's going to ask you, do you want to restore to this computer from a computer that you had already logged into your account with? And when you say yes, it's going to restore your OneDrive, restore all your files, and most importantly, it's going to restore that key that was associated with that computer, even if it's a new computer, and you already have a key. So if you restore from your backup of a previous PC, it will restore your OneDrive and all of your files from that PC onto your new PC. But it will not reinstall a new key onto your PC because your PC already has a key if it's a new PC. However, if you reinstall your operating system and you get that reinstalled on your laptop or on your desktop, and you log in with your Microsoft ID, it will restore the key that you had when you last logged into your Microsoft account. So it's kind of like the insurance we were talking about for cards, right? It will allow you to restore your PC to a pristine state without worrying about the key being held on the back of the computer or on a piece of paper somewhere in a drawer or in a file somewhere. So it's an insurance policy to get Windows back up into Windows apps. Now you might say, well, okay, what about all the other apps I've installed on my computer? Well, those are things that you need to go back and reinstall. I'm just going to be honest with you. So it takes a few minutes to do it. It takes a little bit of time, but it's well worth it. And I'm hoping that Microsoft one day will expand their repertoire of what they back up, the configurations that they back up, to include some of the more obvious choices of secondary or third-party products. In my case, it was CapCut and OBS and DaVinci. So there's a number of content creator tools that I had to go back and reinstall. It really didn't take very much time, but it was well worth it to get to my computer up and running. And it also obviates the need for a clone duplicator to duplicate your drive, because you're not duplicating your drive. You're reinstalling it. And in my case, that ended up being a much easier lift than it would have been to get this clone duplicator to work. Thank you for taking the time to watch. We appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends, and come back soon for more videos.